I'm Evelyn. Welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So, no, I did not disappear again. Okay, I just want to say, I've been building a lot and just haven't done voiceovers. So, because I also had like a week where you guys know about my sleeping issues. It just kind of like that cycle. I hit that point of the cycle where I just need to lie in bed all day and actually get proper sleep so that I can function. Woke up with vertigo one day as well. It's been a little bit. So I just figured we could like build, or I could build during the day and then just go relax. We'll do the voiceovers at some other point. So now we finally gotten to that point. We're doing voiceovers, but I have like 4 houses ready to go. I just haven't done the voiceovers for them. So we're starting out with this one though. This does mean, though, I just want to give you guys a warning. I suck at remembering what I've built when I've moved on to the next house. So like, this is, in my head, this is like three builds ago. So I'm gonna experience everything with you as we're building, because I cannot remember for the life of me what kind of vibe I was going for, what I was thinking while I was building. It's kind of like a bad habit. I don't know what it is. I'm just like straight on to the next thing when I'm done with some build. Like I don't know what it is. So yeah, we're gonna see how it goes. I'll probably remember a few things here and there, but I will not make any promises. What I do remember about this one though is that it's built on what I think is a 30 by 20 or a 40 by 30 in Glimmerbrook, which is a place that I rarely ever build. Don't love the lighting in Glimmerbrook, I think, and some of the pathways leading up to the lots are just kind of weird. You can't really match them with tiles in build either, and sometimes they don't like, there's like a little gap between the lot and the pathway, so it gets like a little bit annoying. So I don't really often build here, but I felt like this just needed somewhere in the forest. I've been building a lot of forest houses. So, well, I say a lot, but I have 4 houses and 3 of them are basically like in the forest. The 4th one I actually finished today, and it's a contemporary house in Newcrest. So a little bit a different vibe, but just been really feeling like building something with like maybe like a little bit of like wilder foraging and or landscaping, whatever you want to call it, and just I don't know, just like wilder landscaping, a little bit more like natural, if that makes sense. I don't know. I don't know how to phrase it, but hopefully you guys get what I mean. So I've been building both here in Glimmerbrook, but also 2 of the houses I'm pretty sure are in Windenburg. I'm very excited to share them with you. But as for this one, it's Glimmerbrook. Glimmerbrook. I don't know why I was about to say something else. Glimmerbrook, okay. So, and I think it's for 2 Sims. I'm pretty sure there's only 1 bedroom. It's kind of hard to make floor plans for A-frame houses, at least the way that I do them, because I like to add like glass texture to the roofing so you can kind of get more light into the houses, even though I imagine that in real life it would probably make it sort of feel like a greenhouse a little bit, so it would make it very, very warm. But in The Sims, you know, we're building outside of like realistic boundaries, so we're just having fun with it. But it's just it just makes it a little bit difficult to like split up the house itself into several different rooms and stuff, because there's a big piece of the roof that is made out of glass, and so you can't really put like a wall in the middle of everything. It's a thing. So usually these houses of mine are open floor plans, with the exception of the bathroom, which is closed off. And it is as well in this house. I remember it being very small. Maybe I gotta get my floor plan up on my second picture. Yeah, it's always like it's a 3 by 2, so it's 6 tiles total. It's actually a fairly spacious A-frame, this one. I feel like there's definitely like a lot of air inside of the house. So it was also inspired by a picture that I found on Pinterest, and I think I've had this saved for a while, but I just didn't really know how to go about the whole garage thing on the bottom. Also, there is actually a bottom floor, but aside from the garage part of it, which I think I've turned into, I can actually check. Yeah, sort of like a home gym situation. There's a couple of windows in that room as well. There's no windows in the rest of the basement though, so it's empty. I've left it empty, but you can do with it what you want to. So like if you actually want there to be, because there's a whole staircase, but not just a ladder, but a staircase going to the basement. I figured that would make most sense because, you know, it is supposed to be a garage and stuff. I just don't typically use garages for garage space. I like to turn them into something else just because, you know. So they look like renovated garages basically, or repurposed garages, not like it's just another room. But I just feel like it's kind of wasted space when it's just a garage because we don't really have cars in The Sims anyway. So to make sure that there was this like realistic way of actually getting to the garage, I added a staircase and everything so you can actually get to the bottom floor. Just add like a door or something to the rest of the space if you want to use it for something. I just personally thought that it didn't really make sense to do so, but you're free to utilize the space in a way that you feel is fitting. Add some windows if you want some natural light in there as well. You're completely free to do that. I just chose to focus on the A-frame house itself. So, but yeah, there is actually a bottom floor in this one. I think that was the part of it that I was a little bit confused about when I found the picture way back when. I can't remember when that was, but I've had it saved for a while and I didn't really know what to do with the bottom bit because I think it was sort of on a hillside a little bit, or like at least there was some, I want to say terrain manipulation, but that's a very Sims way of going about that. Like that's a very Sims way of saying that there definitely was like a slope situation with the house. You can't really do that in The Sims because, you know, walls kind of don't work with it's such a shame it doesn't work like that. That would be so cool if you could do like proper half basements. Then that would be so cool, but unfortunately it doesn't really work like that. You have to like cover it up with plants and stuff because the wall will never actually interact, or like not interact but intersect maybe, I don't know, with the hill, with the terrain manipulation. So I think I just kind of didn't really know how to go about it, but we just worked our way around it with this one. So it might not, there might be a couple of gaps here and there, but they're covered up with plants. And I didn't use that much terrain manipulation anyway. Just like a little bit, just to add some nuance to the terrain around the house. I'm getting just a little bit scared because like the last time I actually sat down and had time to do the voiceover, who was it? Someone started playing very loud music. I think it might have been upstairs, and then later I found out that their neighbors were throwing a party. So I'm like, it's getting a little bit late, but I've not had time to do the voiceover until now today. And I'm like, what if they start playing really loud music again? Like, I can't have that running in the background of my voiceover. That would be so annoying, you know? Like, it's so annoying. I wouldn't like that. So I'm getting a little bit scared because I hear chairs being moved around upstairs. Someone's walking around and I'm like, please don't have guests over. Please don't start playing loud music in like 5 minutes. Just let me finish my voiceover. Thank you. I think this week has been vacation week for a lot of people that go to school still. So, and also it's quite clear that the construction side have put a pause on everything this week as well. It's much quieter over there this week, but it's been like a huge thing in my day-to-day that they're just making so much noise. So it's much quieter this week, at least like during the day. But then you get to the evening and all those students that don't go to school this week, they're just like, yeah, party on a Wednesday. Let's do it. And I'm like, no, just be quiet. I'm so old. I'm like that old aunt who's just like, be quiet. I can't. I need silence. I need quiet. You know, I just need quiet. Usually I don't really care, but it's just annoying for voiceovers because I don't like the music in the background. It's just, ugh. But also when recording like for the booktube channel as well, it becomes a problem because like you can get like 30 minutes into a recording and then someone starts to play music and you're like, well, guess I gotta put a pause on that because the microphone will pick up on everything. I don't mean like people should stop having fun during the week because like enjoy your life. It's just a struggle that I have to deal with. In no way am I like please just be quiet at all times. It's just, I need to like figure out what the heck to do. But I don't know about you guys, but like my brain, communication wise, does not work earlier in the day. I need to do my voiceovers past 4 p.m. preferably, because that's when I can talk. I don't function talk wise. I don't function before then. So I always like have to wait a little bit until it's like getting close to dinner time at least. But that also means people are off from work and school and they're home and making noise and stuff. It's a whole thing, but like you don't want to listen to me do a voiceover before 4 p.m. Trust me. I do not know how to talk. I cannot form sentences. My brain is sluggish. It just doesn't work. So we're doing what we gotta do to make it work. Oh, I love this thing that like I don't think I've used these much. These like curtain things or whatever you want to call them, fairy light curtain things, but I just had this like, I love how this turned out. Like I would love something like this in real life, you know, even though I'm not a very outdoorsy person, but if I ever had like an outdoorsy space, oh, I would cover it so much with fairy lights, and that whole curtain situation as well, added on, or drapes, whatever you want to call them, added on to it. I just really liked how it looked combined with the pergola thing, whatever you want to call that thing, that's like covering the terrace space upstairs. I really like how that turned out, so I had a little bit of fun with that. I think I sized them down later on because I found out that they're actually peeking through the floor to the bottom floor, to the ground floor here, not the bottom floor. We gotta remember there's still kind of like a basement situation going on. So I decided to go back and size them down a little bit later on. I might have added 2 extra. Used tool quite a lot for this build actually, but I've been like making tiny adjustments. It's not like anything huge tool, like the tool uses just not like huge things, like huge creative things. It's like minor adjustments here and there basically, but it just makes it a little bit, everything a little bit more neat, and you get a lot more like creative freedom as well with it. So it's like stuff like that. Also, I think this rug might be my new obsession. I'm pretty sure that I've used a version of this rug in basically all the next three builds after this one. I'll probably use it again for the 4th one after this one, which I'm starting tomorrow or Monday, or maybe tonight. Who knows? Who knows? We're being unpredictable and just like having fun. Like, I don't know. Actually, I do have a house saved that I want to build. It's a lake house, and I'm like, oh, it's so pretty. I really want to build that one, so I hope I can manage somehow, but it'll take a lot of terrain manipulation, but it's so pretty, so I really want to do something with it. We'll see though. We'll see. And make no promises. I'm making no promises, but we'll see. But yeah, there'll probably be a version of that rug in that house as well, because that rug is so pretty with the leaves on it, and it's my new obsession. So it's funny because one thing that bothers me when I do roof with glass texture on it is that you can't cover it up with curtains, right? And in real life, that would bother me so much, especially when you can't cover up the glass with curtains in the bedroom. That would bother me immensely. But let's just pretend like people are not pervs and standing outside where you're sleeping, first of all. So that's the thing. But like, other than that, for me it's the light situation, because I wake up if there's like bright in my bedroom, I wake up, I can't sleep through it. I can't fall asleep when the sun is up outside unless I use my double curtains. I also sleep with a sleep mask on. Like, it's a whole thing. And so I don't think I've ever come across anyone before that I'm reading Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood right now, okay? And the dude in it, his apartment has huge floor-to-ceiling windows, and he doesn't have curtains. And it's a whole thing for the female lead character, that she wakes up because it's light in the room, and I'm like, that is so relatable. Like, I could never. Could you? Also, living in the city with floor-to-ceiling curtains, like, maybe I'm just paranoid that people have binoculars or something. Like, I don't really, why would they, there's nothing interesting going on Like, you know, but like, you don't know. People are weird. I feel like I'm oversharing my paranoia right now. I genuinely don't think my life is interesting enough for anyone to keep an eye on what I'm doing. It's the same when like my parents, or not my parents, but my mom has a tendency maybe to be a little bit like, I think I've kind of convinced her that it's not a big deal, but you know, your phones are basically always listening to you. I'm aware of that. I just don't care because like there's nothing going on that anybody would find interesting listening to through my phones. Like, I don't care. But she's like, yeah, but it's an invasion of privacy. But like, I don't think anybody's actually listening to you. There's probably like a very valid ethical discussion in there. I just genuinely do not care. If I get ads that are more tailored to me because my phone is listening to me, I don't really mind. Like, I don't know. I don't know, but like, I don't know why I'm talking. I can't remember why I started talking about that. But it's the whole like binocular situation with big windows. Like, I genuinely don't think anybody would want to list or watch me during my day to day, but like, you never know. There might be a creep out there, you know? Like, there might be. There could be. Because people are weird. So whenever I do ceilings like that, I'm always like keeping that in mind. Like, I'm always thinking about it, but then I'm like, it's The Sims, it's fine. I just wouldn't want to live like that in real life, okay? We're building outside the boundaries of reality right now. Not really. That would be like building a floating house or something, but still. It's a choice that I personally would not have made in real life, basically. Also, I'm so sorry if you don't have curtains that I've just like tuned up your paranoia a little bit. Like, I did not mean to do that. I just have a lot of it when it comes to windows, apparently. I don't really know, but I love windows. They let in a lot of light. Like, you cannot live without them. You literally are not allowed to live without them either because it's a fire hazard. I don't know why for a second I thought it would be cool to add like a bowling alley to the basement here, but I tried. It didn't work out. So turning it into a home gym instead, and with like a luxury feel to it. Overall, I feel like I definitely tried to give this A-frame house like a luxe feel to it, so that's why it's in the title, just in case you were wondering. But yeah, they just, I don't know, they're people who live in this house are apparently very much into running in front of a TV instead of running outside in the wilderness. And that's fair. Actually, as a person who can't really, I can run, but I don't go on runs because I have a foot injury that basically causes me pain whenever I walk, which is nice. Very chill. So running is like, no, it's a big no for me. And yeah, but I wish I could. I wish I could just go outside and run. But I imagine that it would be easier for me or less painful on a treadmill than it would outside because the floor is a little bit more stable on a treadmill instead of, you know, little bumps and stuff on pathways outside. So I kind of get it. I'm not judging. I just want to say I am not judging. Also, I placed the treadmills there, so I am not judging the Sims that I created this house for, obviously. Also, it's probably snowing a lot in Glimmerbrook. Like, of course you'd need treadmills indoors. I understand. See, there's a lot of thought that went into that. Not really, but I just really wanted them to have a home gym, so I decided to give them one. But yeah. As for the landscaping, have I even done the bathroom yet? Did I do that? Because I'm pretty sure that I forgot it for a little bit and then had to go back, but I might have done it at this point. I just can't remember. Or maybe that was another build. I don't know. Also, I didn't say this while I was decorating the kitchen, but I'm obsessed with that. I can't remember what the kit is called. It's something with kitchen. I'm just obsessed with it. I love it. It looks so nice and sleek. I maybe would want a little bit more difference between the color swatches because I feel like a lot of them look like muted colors, but it ends up kind of looking muddied and like the same color, if that makes sense. Or maybe not the same color, but they all end up looking, there's like 3 or 4 swatches that are basically off-white, for example. So, or maybe I'm just misremembering, it wouldn't surprise me. But I do feel like I wanted maybe like a little bit of a bigger difference between the color swatches with that kitchen. It looks so nice though. I really love that kitchen. Ignore the wallpaper mistake that is on here on the back. It's fixed. Don't worry about it. I just did it off camera. And yeah, we're just doing like wild forage basically forage wild landscaping, so it looks like it could be a little bit foresty, if you will. Looks like it could kind of like blend in with the surroundings here. Just make it look a little bit wilder, essentially, and like foresty foraging or something like that. This is why I don't do the voiceovers, my people, my friends. This is what ends up happening. I say stupid things like foresty foraging. I don't even know what. Yeah, it's fine. We've moved past it, okay? I'm happy that you guys are still here at this point, despite listening to me talk weird things for 20 minutes. I appreciate you all so, so much. But the wallpaper situation is still not fixed. Am I the only one who's bothered by that? It is fixed in the uploaded version, though. I think I also forgot, and I've done this like 3 times out of the last 4 houses. I think I forgot to fix the ceiling, but then I did it before uploading it to the gallery. I just haven't done it on cam. I completely forgot that that was a feature for a little bit, and then it suddenly hits me, wait, ceiling, and I have to go back and fix it. I don't know. It's not like, it hasn't really sunk in, even though we've had it for a while by now, but I just kind of forgot it again. But just wanted to mention it because it is fixed, so yes, if you are wondering about the ceilings, they're good. But other than that, I think we are at the end of the video, so I'm gonna leave you be now. Like, I'm gonna just, you're free to do whatever you want to do now. Happy that you stuck around for a little bit during this voiceover. I hope you like this house. If you do, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also download it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, the tray files can be found over my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box as well as in the pinned comment, where if you are curious, you can also find a link to my booktube channel. So if you like to read, definitely go check it out. However, that is all I got for you guys today, so I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
It's hard to win, hard to pin one day. I look out for you to soothe away the blues in your eyes. Take a stand, move your hand someday. In your eyes, no disguise. One day I look out for you.